Hello everyone, it's me Bhairavi Govindrajan, a mixed media artist, and it's been a while since I showed up here. If you're new, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're old, thank you so much for subscribing and still watching this video. And this particular sketchbook is from Lovely, and the cover is by one of my favorite artists, Anvesha Paul. And I have a couple more, one from Boodle Doodles as well, Shia Sumauli, and they are one of my, I really love their art, yes. So this sketchbook, I initially started off by trying out all the supplies and seeing how they would work well. Here you can see Liquitex, Tombow, Ecoline, Caran markers, Posca and everything. I saw that they took the markers really well. There's some, but with wet medium there was quite some buckling, so I didn't, although that didn't bother me, but I didn't go both sides because of that. And yeah, you see this is my first artwork, and from I think this is from a photo that I took, and at the Centrum Lake, where I saw these ducks and I really loved them. I threw a lot of watercolor at it, although you can see that it started warping, but I didn't go many layers, so it held itself much better than I thought it would. And this is from one of the endangered set from Sketchit TJ Maston's Patreon, and I really love this piece. I went on it with watercolors, and on top of that with markers. This is one of my favorite pieces, and I went on with a few pages only towards the right, and then I came back on some pages on the left too. So this one was a prompt for Sweet for Peachtober. So wherever I found space, I just filled it. So there will be a few empty pages because I wanted those artworks to be that way. I loved doing a plain Tombow marker artwork as well. It was fun. I was trying to do some sketches of my AirPod case. This was just some weird looking dog, but I really loved this one. This doggo has my heart. I love the washes that gave it color, and I went at it. I think this is the Muji pen that my sister had gifted me. Again, a cup and some more dogs. I love this dog. I love this face. A cutie pie. Yeah, I was trying out some weird dog ones. Again, some trial of some swatching. And I was talking to my son, and he wanted me to draw a shark, and we both did this to while away the evening. And more, like I filled up this page because I squeezed out more inks. I wanted to come back with something else on top, but I like the colors as is, so I let them be. I think this is also from Sketchbook Studio, from TJ Maston's I'm sorry, my throat's a little scratchy, Patreon. I really love the colorful flags that were hanging in that picture, and I added it. This was yet another one. Again, this was, I felt, was a nice addition to the beautiful landscapes. I like watercolors. This was a prompt for Peachtober again. Be happy. It was B was the prompt, so I just added it. Some word pun. And this was the Cosmos prompt from Peachtober. I enjoyed throwing so much of paint on it. I really liked it. And this is just a trial of a bird. I forgot what bird it is. This was when I had very limited supplies and we had just flown to Sweden, and I just had some Tombows and watercolor and color pencils, a few color pencils. So yeah, this is again one of my favorite pieces. I really love this deer or fawn. Again, I think from Marston's Patreon. I will tag her below. Again, her Patreon. And this was a prompt for Peachtober. I loved the colors that were there and I used them for the prompt. I think this was post what was left of this palette. And then I added some more browns from this side. My daughter and I had seen some pine cones. Not the best of my work, but yeah, my trial pieces. And this, I don't know what I was doing, just some swatching. And then I started Birdtober. This is the blue-winged Peter. And I came back. I don't know if I drew this immediately or I came back and drew this because I liked the colors in the bird. So yeah, he looks angry. Yeah, I was slowly starting to layer more and more colors, but sometimes I felt it took, well, sometimes I was just scared and I just left the other pages empty. So this one again was a Cuban trogon. All this is from the Birdtober series and I really loved their birds. The birds that I really liked and I wanted to try again, I went back and drew another one of them after I finished the Birdtober series. So this is the Cuban trogon, and yeah, this is the Eastern Rosella. I really loved how plump and chunky it was. Although when I came back and did another attempt of it, I felt I kind of lost what I was going for. But yeah, I love them. I love the colors of the birds. This is the superb fruit dove. I actually did a couple of these birds when I was doing my Twitch lives. So I loved this color and these three colors in which goes so well with the green. And I sometimes find that nature shows so many wonderful palettes out there if we pay a little more attention. I'm really learning to do that, and I'm happy I'm paying a lot more attention and observation outside when I am outside. This one is a common tailor bird. When I was done with just the watercolor part of it, I intentionally left a lot of spaces white, and when I filled them again with color pencils, I really enjoyed leaving them that way. It was like the white fluff, the soft feathers that grow, poking out of the bird. I really like this one. This is the bearded the albatross, and I love this cute look. And I like the minimalistic approach kind of thing, with the nil background, just a little bit more like a vignette kind of illustration, and I love the pose. This one is the bearded reedling. I like the eyes of this thing. It looks so fierce, and this was one chunky bird that I picked up as a reference. I enjoyed Birdtober. I got very comfortable with layering color pencils over the watercolors. It was fun, and I tried some minimalistic things. This one, the tail got chopped off, so I wanted to showcase the tail, so I just added it as inside a small box. This one is the pin-tailed Vida. I'm sorry. I like my strokes, the watercolors that I have used, and I used all the Winsor and watercolors. Yeah, I love this piece. The blue does so much in place of the black, and the Payne's grey too. I add some Payne's grey to it. This is the Peregrine Falcon. I love the eyes. Isn't she a beauty? Okay, I like calling all beautiful things she. Please don't mind me. It can be bad, but yeah. Yeah, I loved all these. Birdtober was so much fun. I enjoyed making a lot of watercolor sketches. This strawberry finch, I like the white marks. Some of it I actually left, and some of it is mostly Posca. The Posca white, which failed me many a time, wouldn't go over it. The ink wasn't so. I just didn't give enough, I didn't power up the barrel enough. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was fun. This is an all-time favorite bird, just purely because of the red, browns, and dark, the blackish, bluish blacks. This is the frigate bird, which I had which I drew initially almost 2-3 years ago when I was doing a 26th alphabet series, where I drew this bird, F for frigate bird. So I came back and I did this one, which I again liked them as a couple. I like the orange and the reds, the crimson, the scarlet, everything that I added. Yeah, these birds are lovely. This one is the Azuri tit. Sometimes I'm just at a loss for words. I just look at the blues and the way I've tried some grays to actually show the fluff. Yeah, I love it. The Putu. This one is definitely becoming a sticker. I so loved it, so I tried a mean one. I tried a mean one after I came back, and I tried a mean one. Maybe this one can also be a sticker. Maybe they can go as a couple of Putus. The angry one has a funny friend like that. The Scarlet Ibis. This one I drew again now. If you wish to go check out my Instagram page, I've done once again for the Burb Fest challenge this year, and I enjoyed the playing with new colors, and this one was also beautiful with watercolors. Such a long beak. It spans almost its more than half its body. This one is the white-naped crane. It was like, I'm just throwing everything in the air. I don't care. That's how I felt. I loved this pose so much. But I also liked another pose, so I had to come back and draw that one again. But nothing could beat this pose. It was like, throw everything in the air, and I'm like, go to dash. Whatever. Love the pose. Love the pose. This is the cattle egret. Once again, I love the peachy pink shades on top of this bird, and the contrast of its beak against its white plumage is really good, and its feet as well. I love this plumage. This is the Turaco. Again, this one I drew for something else which I am scrambling in my head to remember. Anyways, forget it. The colors on this bird, you know, the light green plumage against the contrasting dark plumage of, not the plumage, the foliage, along with its blues and lilacs and reds. And I have slowly started appreciating the colors that I don't see initially, but if you let your eyes, you know, actually sink into the the subject that you're seeing, you can actually see the colors. Like for instance, in rocks or in mountains, you can see some purpley lilac shades showing up, which we instantly fail to see. Like as a kid, I was like seeing only brown, and even as an adult, I was seeing only the colors that were starkly there. See, as I'm saying this, I can see a tree out in front of me, and it has the gray on the brown that I can see has some amount of purple in it. And yeah, I feel I am seeing better of late. I hope to continue. And yeah, this one is a Cape Batis. I'm sorry if I pronounce things poorly. Once again, I loved the blue that I gave here, and this rustic orange color. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So I came back for another pose because I wanted to see its eye in all its glory. And oh my god, its plumage is beautiful. I like these leaves. I want to try them again. This white paper is actually, you know, it shows how vibrant the colors are. Winsor & Newton colors are really vibrant. And this one is the pink robin. It's one of my favorite birds. It's pinkish and somewhere, you know, maroonish, reddish plumage against the contrasting dark black or dark blue. I had to come back and add some greens to it. I love it. The Birdtober, I had so much fun. This paper and watercolor and everything, I think it all just happened to be so good. This was one of the pine grosbeck I again drew for this challenge, I think. I'm not sure. For the Burb Fest, I'm not sure. I think I tried drawing, or I'm yet to draw, because he seems a little familiar. There are two kinds, pinkish kind and the orange kind. They are not the favorite of my birds, but I enjoyed drawing them. They are very simple. Look at those colors, the blue throat. Yes, this one I again drew. Yeah, I love that blue, that dark, thick, you know, like the Prussian blue. And then you have this rustic orange. This one was having a worm in its mouth and I had to draw it, so I put it close by. I like the green foliage against this bird. I started falling in love with greens during this Birdtober, because especially the yellowish greens, I wanted to push the yellowish greens from the lightest to the darkest, and you know, see, there's some amount of darkness here. I really enjoy them. I want to go back to just watercolors and color pencil after looking at this. This is the Bohemian Waxwing. Its mouth was looking really red, and the contrasting berries underneath. It was the winter white backgrounds with just the berries and what is left of those leaves on the tree. this is the black-headed gull. I see a lot of gulls and they scream murder outside as of now. They keep screaming at you, yelling at you, but they're still fun to watch. I see them many a time sitting on top of statues' heads when I go around, and it's really funny. I have one photo, maybe I should share it on the gram. This is just, mostly watercolor, and I have tried some white jelly roll pen, and I had to add the plumage to the green part. All this was fun. You know, every stroke was so much fun. This is the ornate hawk eagle. I'm trying to try as many poses as possible. I love this pose. But you can see all their magnificence and glory when they give you a perfect pose. Sometimes a lot of the colors get... you don't see a lot of the colors when they are out flying and all. I love this one. This is the Mandarin duck. All the colors that you need. Isn't he beautiful? I again came to say she because look at that. Look at all those colors. Nature is magnificent. It's magic. And then emu. I loved adding these blue and purpley tones to it, and it felt like a bit of the galaxy on its face and body and over here. And I tried to keep this is so raggedy and not the most beautiful of birds, but I mean, because I feel there's a lot of fluff hanging from them and dirt and whatnot, but this part I really enjoyed. It looks just like the galaxy. Oh, I love this one, the blue penguin. I love the color. This color along with the dark Payne's grey. I really enjoyed this. And this color I forgot. I think that's the Carmen Lake of Winsor and Newton against the blues. Beautiful. I tried a cartoony eye and I really liked this one. I felt it had a lot of character to it. This was the gala. I think gala. Yes. Let's just leave it at gala. And then this is the Allen's hummingbird. Again, I love the oranges in these colors. And I tried to give the iridescent tone by adding some of the greens and browns and darker reds on over here on the plumage, but yeah, I was trying. Here I left some spaces. I love the bark. Look at this yummy spotted owl. I like this eye as it's sleeping. With this I finished Birdtober and I was so happy. I actually counted the number of pages that I would use for Birdtober, and I didn't want to mix it with Peachtober because I was going 2 challenges at the same time. So I counted the number of pages that I would need and I finished it off with that. I really enjoyed Birdtober, and Peachtober was fun for a few prompts. I couldn't think of anything other than to literally draw what it said. So the places where it pushed me, I really enjoyed it. So this was my comfort and that was my out of comfort zone. So it was pushing me a little more. And I think this was grub. I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact prompts and how I tried them. Maybe this was sprig. I liked how cute it was. I tried this sprig. I enjoyed this one. It was very loose and quick strokes. A sprig just for you. I was trying puns for the first time and it was, you know, eye, and I wanted to see how we see nature in the eye and try to depict all of it in there. This one was my favorite. It was my absolute favorite. This one becomes this was supposed to be craters, and I was like, there's so many craters in our hearts left by so many people, but each crater has different depth and everything. I felt so much. I love this. This is becoming a definite sticker when I release a sticker. Yes, I have done a few in the past, but I have not gone back to it. This one's my favorites of Peachtober. The highlight. And this was, yeah, a dream catcher. And this one, I liked the base. I gave the base first and then I drew the butterfly. I didn't like the way the butterfly turned out. So I thought I'll take the colors and make the butterfly. It was for the, I think it was for, the prompt was blue, and so I gave blue and I was wondering what to do. So it finally ended up this way. And then we had citrus. And then pencil, and any pencil is good enough, just start drawing. Yeah, I was trying to write. It was in this page that I felt I used inks. So the watercolor actually, watercolor and the Tombows were good. But when I put an ink on top of it, I got a new ink which I had gone out and bought, and that one came through a little at the back. Other than that, this was really good. I'm not sure whether it was for some Patreon or what. Yeah, this was just me. I don't know. And with that, we come to the end of the sketchbook. This was one lovely, lovely sketchbook. You see so many colors, wonderful birds. And this is again part of my "365 days of sketching." I hope to see you guys soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye bye.